Geek World.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Geek World Radio. So on today's show, we are going to ponder some really important things in the world of geek.
So true, Anime. About 2 shows ago, we started this new thing where I come up with 2 questions to ask you, you come up with 2 questions to ask me. Neither one of us know what the questions are until we are told right at that one moment, and then we have 1 minute to answer the question. All right, Anime, you ready for your first question?
Yep.
All right. This is the question.
Okay.
What superhero would you most want to be, but you not only have their powers, but also have all of their backstory and all their issues they have to deal with? Knowing all that, which one would you decide to be? Go!
You know, I think I'd still go with Superman there. Granted, obviously, he has the whole, backstory with his actual parents being, on a planet, the planet exploded and everything.
Yeah.
But besides the fact that he has so many amazing powers, including the occasional power of telepathy, he also was raised by a wonderful family. You know? He had a great upbringing on a farm. It was just a really nice, he had a pet, he had a farm, he had parents that loved him.
So true.
I mean, overall, it's not such a bad life.
Anime, it's interesting because Superman is a good choice, though. Superman, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with Superman. You're sort of, the buck stops here.
Right.
If you aren't on your A game, the entire planet is probably going to get destroyed or at least taken over by aliens. So for me, it's that's a lot to take on. For instance, for me, I kind of feel like I like Spider-Man more because Spider-Man's got all these cool skills, but he still has a quasi-normal life once in a while. Spider-Man does save the world kind of, but not really. He more fights supervillains.
Yeah, but in Superman's world, if there's a world with aliens that are going to be attacking the planet anyway, I'd like to know that I'm the one that can be able to help.
Oh, well, there you go, Anime. A true hero. Anime. I came up with this idea, and I didn't even really know for me what my answer would be. I'm glad you didn't go with Batman, though.
No.
I think...
No. Batman might be super cool, but no one really wants to have to deal with all the issues Batman has to deal with.
And then I was thinking Tony Stark, but he doesn't really have powers. His powers being a super genius and being super rich.
Yeah. Okay, Dave. Are you ready for your first question?
I am.
Okay. What comic book villain has the best henchmen?
Oh, man. The best henchman?
Best henchman.
Yeah, none of them. They all have terrible henchmen. If they did have good henchmen, they would win all the time. When I think of henchmen, I think of, Joker's henchmen.
Right.
And they're always, terrible. Or, Two-Face's, or even worse. I mean, they all have these weird henchmen, and I wonder, if they have, some kind of union, henchman union. Because they're all interchangeable. In those last Batman video games.
How about rock, paper, scissors?
What? Can you even play that with 3 people?
Sure you can. Come on, let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
They all seem like they're all the same guy, basically. They're just working for, what lunatic has, the best, stock options. So, I don't know. I guess Joker, just because it's funny, because he tends to kill most of his henchmen. But, yeah,
Gotta be pretty loyal to stay with someone who's gonna kill you.
I mean, for me, I think my favorite henchmen, I guess, would be the Monarchs. And that's purely because they're funny.
An official licensed Lord of the Ring replica sword.
Now we're talking.
Oh, hey, what are you doing? That is mint in box.
I don't know. What do you have any? I guess Raj Al Ghul. How about that?
That's
his henchmen are ninjas. And they're awesome.
League of Assassins.
Yeah.
I think that's a good answer.
Okay, I'll go with that one.
Minutes up.
It's long up, actually. All right, Anime. I got the last question for you. I think it's a good one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so if you had the power to air one Japanese anime on network TV at prime time, so millions of Americans saw it, and you could go, this is anime, check it out, you could change the world.
Oh, God.
What anime would it be? Go!
Oh, my God. This is a ridiculously tough one. we've just recently started getting into Tiger and Bunny.
Yeah.
And I actually think that would actually be a good one that might actually appeal to a larger audience because it feels very much like the superhero kind of stuff that we're used to.
Yeah.
You know, it feels kind of more Avengers-ish. And so, you know, that could help to get people into it. On the other hand, there's all those fun slice of life ones.
Yeah.
So maybe if it's during basketball season, you air slam dunk.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Man. Yeah. So I think it just depends on what channel's going to be airing it and you know what time of year it is.
Prime time. Let's say like NBC. I'll go with NBC. What would you want to put on?
You know,
is it Tiger? I mean, you said Tiger and Bunny.
Yeah, I'm leaning like. You know, whether or not that one's my favorite one is another story, but I think that's one that could really get people into it.
Okay. I would say, if it were up to me, it would be Death Note. I feel like Death Note would be the one that most people might actually take anime seriously for.
Okay.
It's the one that would actually fit in. If NBC played that around Grimm and all their other things, it actually would fit in somehow.
That's a good point. Yeah, that would also be a good one.
All right, anime. We only have one left, and it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the question, guys.
Okay, Dave. This is a different kind of question.
Okay.
What's the deal with all these young adult fiction books being turned into movies?
Oh man.
Yeah. What's the deal?
Okay, that's the question?
That's the deal. What's the deal?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Well, you know, I mean, the thing is, I'm sure it happened before Harry Potter, but really, once Harry Potter happened, they were like, oh, these things can make money. And then from there on, the Twilight thing got really, really big. And they're like, whoa, this can make a ton of money. And then, of course, Hunger Games. And now at this point, it's like with comic books. Once comic book movies became big, they're like, if it's a comic book, we're going to turn it into a movie. We're going to option it. It's the same way with young adult fiction right now. But I think this is kind of the end, honestly. Like, I don't think Divergent's going to do great. We already know The Host didn't do great. No. We certainly know Mortal Instruments didn't do great, even though they, for some reason, are making a sequel. So I think after Hunger Games, I mean, I don't really see it really going anywhere. Just because they really have the three very distinctly different things. Harry Potter and Twilight and Hunger Games are all so different.
Yeah.
That, like, you know, everything else is going to be sort of like a variation of those things. Like, Divergent's totally a variation of, like, the Hunger Games and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it seems like now you don't even have to actually write the book.
Oh, no.
It's a planned young adult fiction book.
Yeah, exactly. And if you've written another one, then forget about it. You don't even need, they're already going to buy the rights. Though, surprisingly enough, Warner Brothers did buy the rights to make the Harry Potter books into a movie before the books came out.
Yeah, that's true.
So, that gamble paid off.
Yeah. And that's
Is that my time? All right, cool. Well, good question, anime. All right, well, that was a lot of fun, anime. Thank you for those wonderful questions. So for me, the question that I want to ask for you guys, put in the comments down below, is if you could be any superhero and have those powers, but also have to deal with their tragic backstory and all their issues, it's all one package, which superhero would you be? Would you be like Batman? Would you be Superman? Would you be Aquaman? Hey, we don't judge. Let us know in the comments down below.
And I'd like to know who has the best henchmen and why.
Totally. That's a great question. Totally caught me off guard, anime. Totally. Either way, guys, if you want to listen to our radio show, we're on every week on Indie 100 and The Point.
And if you want to get in touch with us, you can send us an email to geekworldradio@yahoo.com and be sure to check out our website, geekworldradio.com.
You know, I should have said the Decepticons. Those guys are hilarious.
True that.
All right. Bye!